Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back to Fancy Football. Welcome to the Transfer Talk. And it's good to have each and every one of you here today on a very busy Tuesday, the 2nd of July, 2024. Once more, let's talk transfers, football transfers. Okay, yeah, Chelsea. We'll be talking about Chelsea, Jackson, Alexander Isak. We'll be looking at Xavi Simons transfer to Bayern Munich. That is close. And we'll be looking at some other done deals and transfer rumor that is making the rounds or that's making the headlines today. From Arsenal, from Tottenham, and from other sides as well. So let's get the ball rolling as we continue to look at this busy 2024 summer transfer schedule. Okay, officially, the transfer window opened July the 1st, which is on Monday, and the clubs have been scrambling to get one or two into their team ahead of next season. We all know that the season schedule is out for virtually every top league in the Europe. So clubs are just looking for players to add to their ranks, trying to do their business on time before the preseason, especially for those that are traveling to the United States and to the Far East as well. And yesterday we saw this news that Chelsea will offer Nicolas Jackson to Newcastle in a deal to sign 150 million pounds Alexander Isak. Isak is a striker for Newcastle. We know where he came from, actually, and we know how he has failed for the 1.5 seasons. Sorry, that he has played in the Premier League. So please just pardon me because I'll not be talking too much, too loud because of just had a tooth extraction this morning. So hopefully you guys can still hear me. If we all go, let's look at this story itself. Okay, this story came in from the Sun, and look at what the Sun reported. That Chelsea are reportedly ready to offer Nicolas Jackson to Newcastle United in a bid to lower Alexander Isak 115 million pound asking price. So he's valued at 250 million pounds. They're about 145 million US dollars. So the value of the Swedish striker is at 150 million pounds. Take it or leave it. For the international, he caught the eye of many top clubs across Europe, especially last season. However, Chelsea are looking to sweeten the deal. That is to add sugar to the deal. When they say sweeten something, so it's just to add sugar to the deal. That is the cherry on the cake for Newcastle is to add or include Jackson as part of the deal. If you look at the profiles of the two players, are hoping to lower the financial outlay for this for Alexander Isak. So if that is where Chelsea are, because they've been doing deals like this and they will tell you that it's independent, now they are fully coming out to say, okay, it's player plus cash, let's lower the asking price. So this news came in from the Sun. So this is where how they want to play it. But will Newcastle agree? We all know that Newcastle needs to sell. They've been selling. I think they've been selling. Sold two players now, which they made almost 60 to 68 million pounds. But they still need more to balance their book so that in the new PSL physical year, they will not have issues with the Premier League. They will not have point deductions. They will not have issues going into this PSLR 2024-2025 physical year. So, will this deal happen? Because if you look at the numbers between these two players, Jackson scored about 17 goals last season in all competition, with 6 assists. If you look at Isak scored, let me see, scored more than Jackson, also in all competition. So if you look at the two players, technically Isak is much more gifted than Jackson. And maybe that's why Chelsea are really going for him, and they know that Newcastle are vulnerable financially with the PSLR. So I want to ask, will this deal happen? Will this deal not happen? So it's left for the two clubs to decide. If Newcastle wants to sell, they will sell, and probably they will sell outrightly for 150 million pounds. Maybe that's they want the cash, and that will help them. And for Chelsea, I don't think they can afford the 150 million pounds without a player. They have to add a player to it to sweeten the deal, according to what the report said. And if they can sweeten this deal and get the player, it will really help them going forward, going forward, and helping the club getting a top striker, a top striker that is proven. I think he's proven. So there's no need for us trying to look at his profile. For the 1.5 season he has spent in Newcastle, he has proven himself. He doesn't need any introduction. He came from all the Real Sociedad, okay, from Sociedad, and even in Sociedad, he has also proven himself. He did do introduction. So let's see how this deal goes. Let's see how the both clubs come to the table and see if they could meet at a point, if they could reach an agreement. I think for the transfer market, as well, this 2024 summer transfer market is all about meeting at a point. If you can't meet with the selling club at a point, then forget about the deal. So everybody has to meet at a point. Both the selling club and the buying club has to meet at a point. So let me know, please. So as we continue to talk, kindly subscribe to Fancy Football. If you have not, kindly subscribe to Fancy Football. Hit the notification bell and smash the like button. Always when we are online, you will get fresh updates on the transfer news. We get a different perspective from what is really out there, in-depth analysis and done deals, transfer rumor from us on the transfer talk on Fancy Football. So let's move on quickly. From Isak, we go to Germany, where according to Sky Sport in Germany, Bayern Munich have reportedly agreed personal term with Xavi Simons representative and are hoping of landing the Netherlands international this summer. The former Bundesliga champions will now negotiate terms with Paris Saint-Germain, as the player still has contract with the Parisian club. Yes, I think they still have contract with Paris Saint-Germain. He still has contract with Paris Saint-Germain. So he has a 2 years contract with Paris. So if you look at Xavi Simons, a very explosive and exciting midfielder, currently in the Euros, playing great. I think he'll be playing today against it will be Turkey, thereabout. Okay, thereabout against the Dutch. So he'll be playing he has been he's one of the exciting midfielders in world football. Also, very very young, 21 years of age, good profiling. If Bayern can get him and add him to the likes of Olise, Rulosani, and other young players in that team, I think they can really go far to ensure that the team has this dynasty, this longevity. So it's left for Bayern and Paris Saint-Germain, who are the selling club, to come to the table. I think it's always meeting at the point. What is the value of this player? Like we said, I think he should cost around 80 million pounds, thereabout 90 million euros. But these two clubs can meet at the point. Bayern needs the money. Bayern needs the money, like I always say. PSG needs the money. Bayern needs the player. So it is for the two clubs to meet at the middle to decide where this transfer goes. So I think it's an exciting moment for Bayern. They want to strengthen their team to avoid what happened to them last season. We know the last time Bayern failed to win the league on two occasions was I think it was in the 2000 when Jurgen Klopp was the manager of Borussia Dortmund, when they had a very solid team. They even went to the Champions League final against Bayern, and a season before, later, and they lost. But at that time, they were stopped. So this time around, Bayern will want to avoid that, to continue with that run of winning titles and trophies in Germany as well. So when if they can get, already they have Olise in their ranks, they've gotten a new manager, Vincent Company. They are trying to sign one or two players to add to their ranks defensively. They are trying to let some players go. I think there are rumor that Matteo Delite will be leaving, wants to leave, and will be going to England as well. He wants to try his luck there, and let's see, because he failed in Italy with Juventus. Now again, failing again, huge transfer fee paid for him, about 60 million euros paid for him. Now, about to fail as well, because Eric Dyer has displaced him automatically in that defense. But that is the story of Matteo Delite. But this is the story of Xavier Simons, a young Dutch midfielder that is making the headweights. Now let's see where this transfer takes him to. So on the done deal side, just one done deal that we know, the other done deals, but this is big in terms of sports. Tottenham have confirmed that confirmed Gary's arrival on a 6-year contract, with Leeds while Leeds have released their own statement expressing their sadness over his exit. Okay, this is what Leeds said. Leeds are sad, the fans are sad that this young lad that has huge potential to move the club forward. We saw him played in the championship last season and help Leeds. I think just Leeds almost qualified automatically, but they fell short at the end of the day. Okay, this is what really happened at the end of the day. So everyone at Leeds United is heartbroken to see one of our own depart, and would like to thank Archer for all his effort and professionalism. A statement on the club website said, he leaves with a very best wishes for his future career and in the knowledge that Leeds will always be his home. So that's the club statement. So, and Gary is okay. Gary's okay. With regards to what they really have on ground in terms of, I think Sports have been making some new signings. He should be the third signing arrival to the club, with Lucas Bagwena arriving from Swedish side, Jongaden, and Timo Werner committing another season to the club on loan from RB Leipzig. So this is where Tottenham stand. They are doing their business gradually. They are trying to piece the big jigsaw. They are trying to avoid what also happened to them last season, because I think they blow hot, they blow cold in some matches, but they need consistency, because Postecoglou couldn't really get consistency out of his players. So I think this season is all about consistency from his players. They have the players there. They still have bulk of the players of last season there. They still also need to let some players go as well. They need to let some players go. They need to ensure that those players that they are letting go are players that they can let go, and players that are coming in are players that can improve the team, and they are getting there. So from Spurs finally to Jules Koundé. This news is for Arsenal on the rumor side. This news is for Arsenal. Barcelona have asked Arsenal for more time to respond to an undisclosed offer for French defender Jules Koundé. Report Derisco Sport. So Derisco Sport are the people taking this story, and we expect that reply from Barcelona. Arsenal have made an initial contact with Barcelona about the possibility of acquiring Jules Koundé, who has become a key player since joining the Catalan giants. However, Barcelona's willingness to part with the defender hinge on the future of Ronald Araujo as the other center back. Should the Uruguayan depart, Jules Koundé will remain at Camp Nou. Conversely, if Araujo stays, Barcelona may open negotiation because Barcelona also needs money. Because I feel I have said this thing time and time again that financially Barcelona are not in a good place and they need to sell their players. They are not in a good place, so they need to sell some of the players to raise funds financially. Yes, they are building a new stadium. But over the course of it, I think they'll be running on a huge amount of loss, fewer income coming in because they've sold the image right of the stadium for the next 10 years, using it to want to build a very wonderful edifice at Barcelona there. So if they want to reply, if Arsenal can be patient, because Arsenal needs the player seems like somebody that is willing to play outside the Catalan or outside Spain. So why not do the deal? But to be frank, there's a huge commanding fee for Arsenal. Even if the discussion proceed, Barcelona are firmly on their evaluation of Koundé. The club will not entertain offer below £60 million for the 24 years old who has a contract extending to 2027. That's a 2 years contract in his transfer with a substantial release clause of 1 billion. So I think it's a joke for a player to have a release clause of 1 billion. So I think it's a good one for Arsenal if they can get this deal done at 60 million euros. So that's a good one for a 24 years old defender. Well, remember when Jules Koundé broke into the scene from Sevilla, from France to Sevilla. I think he was immense, a very nice defender. We saw him at the match against in the Euros, the match against Belgium yesterday. Wow, what an explosive explosion he had in that match. Won the player of the match. He was almost everywhere defensively. Cover a huge chunk of the pitch. So it's a good one. So okay, guys, tell me what you think now as we continue to talk. Send me comments in the next. I think we'll still be online. We still have 3 minutes to be online. So in the next 3 minutes, send your comment and let us know how what you think about these transfers. The Arsenal transfer, the Spurs transfer, done deal as well for Spurs. Then the two main talking points today from. Okay, I think we have some messages. Okay, forever. I think they only say deal forever 06 Bayern Munich fan. The only say deal is done and dusted. That should be done. It is done and dusted. So there is no talk about it. I think Olise £60 million move to Bayern Munich is done and dusted. You're just waiting for the Euros to come and go. Then once the Euros come and go, then every other thing will take its shape. Thank you forever 06 for. The only update from Bayern, I think the only update from Bayern is Xavi Simons, and I said then that deal is almost close. Yes, I think the Xavi Simons deal. Yes, no, sorry, I said the Xavi Simons. This is the update from Bayern. So we say the deal is almost close, almost done. So I don't know what you think forever is about this deal. Will Xavi Simons be a good addition to your team? Will he be a good addition? So let's see how it goes. Will Xavi Simons be a good addition to the Bayern team? He's young, 21 years of age, very strong attacking midfielder, aggressive, good passing range. So, do you think he will be a good addition to the Bayern team? So, please kindly subscribe to Fancy Football. If you are watching us live now, subscribe. Let's get more traction. Tell your friends to subscribe as well. Bring more ideas to the table for us, and we'll always put it out there for you. Whenever you send messages, we'll read your message, and we ensure that at the end of the day, everybody have his say. So kindly have your say on Fancy Football. Have your say now, and let's see where it takes us to. So, any more questions from any other angle before we are gradually wrapping up the show? Because the transfer show doesn't really take long for us because we don't really want it to be as more. We don't have much to explain, but we'll go straight to the point. We give you an in-depth analysis Okay, thank you forever Oasis for your message. If you have, so that those are the this is the only message update we have from the angle of Bayern. Bayern are quietly doing their business quietly. They've done the Odyssey business. They've done that of Visa company. They are also trying to see if they could do one or two deals internally in Germany. So let's see how Bayern get their players, and as they get their players, we'll be here to talk about it, talk about why they are signing this player, as we have talked about Xavi Simons going to Bayern, moving from Paris Saint Germain to Bayern Munich on a permanent deal, no longer transfer now. I think he has been moving a lot. So let's see how that one goes. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching Fancy Football this afternoon. We'll be back here tomorrow, hopefully by 12:15. Today we started by 1:15 just because of one or two issues, personal issues from my side. So today tomorrow today was 1:15, but tomorrow we'll start our normal times 12:15 UK time, so where we'll bring you continuous update in the transfer market.